In this lesson, you will arrange furniture groups in an open office plan. I'm going to lay them out in my own way, but you are welcome to arrange the furniture differently. There are many potential arrangements, and space planning is about experimentation to discover which arrangement works best in the space. In any case, observe how I approach the process, then perform similar steps yourself. Open the Furniture 4 project file to begin. I think I'll start in the reception area down here. Let's move this sofa and coffee table group into the area. I'll click the group, select its grip, press the spacebar a couple of times, and rotate it. Notice the rubber band line connecting the cursor with the grip? I'll make it more or less perpendicular to the red wall to rotate it. Then I'll move this back a little bit. And I don't want to snap there, so I'll hold down Shift, right-click, and choose None. This will override the running object snap temporarily. Press Escape to deselect. The receptionist will need a chair. Let's take one from this manager's office. Toggle off Group Selection, copy the armchair, and place it over here. Toggle Group Selection back on, and then rotate this chair. Move it into position. Now let's see. Up here we have these little corner areas. These might be good for this easel seating arrangement with the stools. Let's move one of these into that area. That looks good as it is. I'll copy that and place it down here. Maybe I'll just rotate this so it doesn't look like such a literal copy. I'll just go ahead and rotate it about like that. Okay? Now what do we have left? Two big open spaces on either side of the plan. Let's move this big workstation group in here and place it right about here. I'll make a copy of it down below, but I'd like that to have an equal distance from this center column. So instead of copying, I will use the mirror command. I'll click this center point, turn on ortho, click a point over here, and press Enter. That works, although there's kind of a large space over here that's wasted. Let's move these objects over to make a narrower corridor over here. And then we have a space over here that we might take advantage of. I'll copy one of these cafe tables over here, turn off ortho, and place it right about here. Then let's mirror that about the center line again. And then just to mix things up, let me rotate this 45 degrees. Escape. Now down here, we could put perhaps another workstation group. I'll copy this down into this area, turn off ortho, and let's see. I'll put it over here, and then let's click on this and rotate it approximately like that. Escape. Now this looks like it might be made to fit this window. Let's try that. Let's move this over from its midpoint to the midpoint here. That looks good. Now we have these other spaces on either side. Perhaps we'll use one of these space divider furniture groups over here. And then down here, I think perhaps we can use another cafe table arrangement. Now let's see what would happen if we mirrored these things up on the other side. Use ortho. That looks good, except we have a big space up here that we're not really using. I'm going to get rid of this seating group right here, and then let's copy one of these up without using ortho, right about here. That looks pretty good. Now I'll go ahead and copy this over here in this area. Something like this. Notice that all of these people are facing the windows, and that's nice. But over here, these people are facing the wrong direction. So let's either mirror or rotate this group. I'll select its grip, press spacebar, 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 spacebar to get to the mirror prompt, and then turn on ortho and click down here. Press escape. I've succeeded in flipping it over. Now I'm going to make a few copies. Copy this object from some arbitrary point, and let's make an array. Maybe 4 of these will fit. Let's try it. 4, enter, and then I'll use the fit option. This will allow me to click the total distance, and it will distribute the distance between the objects equally. I'll click right about here. Enter. And then let's move them up so it looks like they're more or less centered. Like that. I will copy one of these space divider groups over here. I'll turn off ortho. And just zoom in here and place it down. Now let's see. That should be probably rotated to make better use of the space. Something like this, perhaps. I'll move it up a little bit. And now we have this area here which isn't being used. I could fill that with a cafe table arrangement. Right like that. And likewise over here, or perhaps up here, we can place some more areas where people can have conversations. And let's see, up here, this might be symmetric, so we'll use mirror and select some of these things and mirror them about the center of this column. I need to use ortho to make sure that that goes up perfectly. So there you have it. That's one potential arrangement for this space. So we've practiced laying out furniture groups in an open office plan. In the process, you have gained experience working with groups and the modification commands.